When I say heroes, who comes to your mind first? Superman? Chit-chat man? Well, think about who made your coffee. Think about who cleaned your toilets. Think about the people who put your children to sleep. Yes, I'm talking about migrant workers, the unsung heroes of Malaysia.
There is a great number of migrant workers in Malaysia. They make up a larger percentage than the Indians in Malaysia.
Many things in the Labour Act don't cover domestic workers. They're not even called domestic workers. They're called domestic servants in the Labour Act.
Some are friendly, some locals like to bully the immigrants. Example, the police always ask for money one. My immigrant friends also, they work very long hours, so cannot enjoy the time here. And then the professional working ones only get benefits. People like us, no benefits at all.
Before you go to the government, the employee itself, they don't take care. Their welfare is not taken care of. We can start from, at the workplace itself. Migrant, their workplace itself is questionable. By Tenaganita, when we do outreaching, we go to the communities, when seeing the living condition, I think none of you can stand it. Because if you, for example, if you go to the construction site, they call it Kongsi, alright? It's wooden made, and sometimes it's not a proper living condition. So it is very bad. It's very poor. No proper bed for them to sleep on, or even place for them to cook. So that the basic thing is not taken care. And there are also cases that I handle, like there was one Indonesian Filipino worker. She's not provided with a proper meal. So what she does is she lives in quite a wealthy, rich family, but then they have a good feast for dinner. So, but she's not allowed to eat that food. She's asked to cook her own food. Cooking own food is only that instant noodle. So what she will do is, after the employer eats the leftover, the chicken bones, so she tidy up, and the boss, the employer won't let her to eat. So what she will do is the leftover food she put in a plastic bag, tidy it up, and she will dump it in the dustbin. After the employer go back to the work or what, she will take it back again. She will open it, and the leftover of that chicken or whatever sticked on that bones, she will eat it.
So, short answer is there's very little protection initiative by the government to actually really take care of the welfare of the workers. First of all, we need to remember that migrant workers are human beings. They're not factors of production. They're not units of, in the whole cog of production or doing work, right? Remember, when you see a migrant worker, behind the migrant worker, there is a wife, there are children, there are aspirations, hopes, dreams that you and I have. Right? Just because they're doing some dirty, dangerous, demeaning, difficult jobs, they're subhuman, right? So we need to recognize them as human beings, and we need to be fair to them. Of course, you might have run across some migrant workers who might have been on the wrong side of the law, might have cheated you, but remember, this is the minority. The vast majority of them are just human beings like us, and therefore, next time when you see a migrant, look at them as a human being. Maybe say hello to them. You just make the day. Because very often we see them, but we don't see them. We look at them, they just exist on a level below a level of consciousness. Try to put yourself in the shoes of a migrant worker, assuming that you and I have no choice. They didn't come here for a holiday. Assuming you have no choice but to go and work in China or Rwanda or whatever, and you don't understand the language, you don't have the customs, and you get scolded, you get treated like that.
We have a beautiful buildings. KLCC is so beautiful. KLIA, very beautiful buildings. But who is behind of that success? Who built it? The migrants' strength and their commitment and their hard work is there.
Let them sweat their bodies.
Yeah, they sweat their body. Sometimes they even sweat their blood because of occupational injuries that occur during the construction. Alright? So we must think beyond that, but Malaysia is one of a developing country, or they say developed, I appreciate that. So, but the thing is, who's behind all that success? It's the hard work of the migrants, So, and if we give them a space to access justice, like all of us, we want the freedom for speech. We want a freedom to practice our religion, to have a space to give our comments or opinions, as a human beings. So give them the same thing, their rights.